Savage Eden. Prologue, Kurote, Savage Eden, by Tre'vion Rivers. Humanity once believed it had conquered the earth. Cities of steel scraped the sky. Satellites circled like digital halos, and nature seemed malleable, tamed, and predictable. But arrogance has a price. Far to the south, beyond the equator, a reckoning began. Australia and South America, vast and ancient, became the epicenters of a new, violent era. Here, in a crucible of primal forces, the planet itself waged war on humankind. Kurote, the Black Earth, was born, a continent reshaped by evolutionary vengeance. Every biome had become lethal, every organism honed for one purpose: to prey on humans. No creature was too small, no predator too weak. Extinct megafauna walked the lands again, amplified by evolution. Saber-toothed cats prowled rainforests. Gorillas of immense power thundered through jungles. Crocodilians and giant lizards dominated rivers and swamps, and snakes coiled with obsidian-like scales ready to crush. Across the skies, dragons and pterosaur-like beasts glided, their wings spanning hundreds of feet, adapted to volcanic heat and gusting winds, impervious to flames. Fire itself seemed to comfort some, a cradle for survival rather than threat. The oceans were no sanctuary. Great white sharks scavenged the remains of megalodons, themselves titanic hunters with intelligence and hunger beyond measure. Kraken-like abominations lurked in the abyss, their long armored tentacles seizing prey before it even knew to fear. The seas were a chessboard of titans, and humans were mere pieces, quickly removed. In Kurote, the natural hierarchy is enforced through violence, a constant, brutal gauntlet. The largest, strongest, and most cunning creatures battle to assert dominance. The winners are called Kaiju, beings unmatched in size, destructive capability, or attack potency. Some dwell near Antarctica, where nutrient-rich prey allows them to grow to gargantuan size. Their offspring, unable to survive the extreme cold, are forced into the equatorial red zone, a corridor of predator and competition where only the strongest survive. The land itself became an apex predator. Rainforest canopies concealed predators that could leap 50 feet without warning. Swamps churned with crocodilian monstrosities and acid-secreting amphibians. Mountains erupted with volcanic activity, birthing fireproof lizards that soared on thermal currents. Rivers ran red with blood and echoing the struggle for supremacy. The continent was a living gauntlet, a test of endurance and ferocity, and humanity was ill-equipped to compete. Some kaiju dominate land, others the seas, others the skies. Among them, the megalothan rules the Antarctic waters, a gargantuan leviathan that devours everything, while the baragor hunts cooperatively in warmer reefs, cunning and calculated. On land, the jaguaguara reigns over the Amazon rainforests, a saber-toothed jaguar hybrid that stalks with patient precision. The Volcrex dwells in volcanic regions, fireproof and ancient, while the dread boar tears through the Australian outback, leveling everything in its path. Above, Pyracor glides on volcanic updrafts, and Stormdrail rides thunderclouds with sonic and electric power. Humans have been reduced to whispers in Kurote. Cities are ruins, highways reclaimed by roots and carnivores, settlements buried under the might of beasts that do not recognize human constructs. Survivors are few, exiles or madmen, and even they speak only of the eyes in the shadows, of creatures that anticipate fear, and of a pulse at the continent's heart that beats like a living thing. Legends speak of the pulse, a region where the land's power converges, where life and death blur, and where the rules of nature collapse into myth. Here the Kaiju themselves are said to gather, and only the most dominant tread near its center without consequence. It is said to be the source of Kurotera's vengeance, the very heart of a planet reclaiming its dominion. This is a world where adaptation is survival, and survival is pain. Humans are prey, history is meaningless, and evolution has no conscience. Kurotera is a final Eden, not for humankind, but as a crucible of supremacy for the creatures of Earth. Only the strongest may walk freely here, and even they do so at their own peril. In Kurotera the laws are simple: adapt, fight, or perish. Humanity is no longer the apex. This is Mother Earth's retaliation, a planet remembering its fury, and nothing will stop it from hunting its most arrogant child.